If you're a Freeway fan, we're just east of the 405, one of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. We're getting set for kickoff in here. Partner, I'm really focused on the start of this game. Both teams emphasized what happens here right at the jump.
And that's why that so many of these teams spend so much time all week, Mike, on what they call their opening script. It's not just a series of plays that they like and they just kind of throw darts at the wall. It's how do you unmask the defense? How do you set up future plays and future possessions as the game unfolds? So much time and energy is spent on these first couple drives. I'm with you. I'm excited to see how do they come out, how aggressive, and where do they think the weaknesses of their opponent lie.
Brissett gonna open with a pass. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. To the air again is Brissett. This one intercepted. He works free, right side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, KC. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Welcome, everybody, to the booth. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward for this game. And Brock, as a former quarterback, I know your focus is on the offensive side of the ball ahead of this kickoff.
Yeah, these two offenses are so fun to watch because the best offenses in this league, Kate, they're about trust. And it just pops out. When you study them during the week on the game film, you just see it. They trust one another. That's head coach, that's coordinator, that's play caller, that's to the quarterback, and then certainly the 11 on the field. Both these groups are getting it done.
The weather will not be a factor today. We have absolutely beautiful conditions here. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Come on, set, go.
Hand off to the back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run. Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Let's go now.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, it'd really break the backs of a defense.
Catch is made in close. And this is down all the way to the 3. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here we go, set, go.
They'll try and punch it in. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Escapes his grasp.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
60 Bison. Here we go.
Here we go, right up the gut. And he gets in, touchdown. The Chiefs finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Chiefs get lined up and they will kick this away. Bucky Irving now to return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Irving here from the gun. He's got a gain of 6 there. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of 1. Neither side separating much so far. More Madden Ultimate Team action coming up on EA Sports. Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Cardinals football. They're looking at 2nd and 4. Once again, Irving. Up the sideline, past the 40. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
We're set now on 1st and 10. For the sideline, and he locates Johnson. And he's down to the 8 before going out. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Come on. Hey!
Operating from the gun, Brissett. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it can be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense. You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing. That one's incomplete. Couldn't connect. Looking for the back that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Set.
Pass play now. Chased out to his right. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Chiefs looking down a very long field. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Let's go now. Ready.
Looking for a throw here. Has him on the quick hitter. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Get it. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Ready,
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Putting a receiver in motion. 2nd and 8. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cardinals take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of you. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Brissett with it on first. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
2nd down. Here's Brissett again. Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. Rolling into enemy territory. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And it'll be first down, Arizona. From the shotgun, Brissett. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. And now it's 2nd down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Back to the air, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
ready.
3rd down, it's Brissett. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Ready.
Going for it on 4th, Brissett. Makes a desperate throw for the end zone. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Come on. Check.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs get lined up and they will kick this away. On the return, here's Irving. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Go.
Shotgun now for Brissett. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he'll only drive this forward to around the 26. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Let's go now. Go.
Throwing from the gun here. He puts some power on a deep one left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Get it.
He's back to throw. He's trying to go deep again. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
They'll run here on 1st down. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there, so consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Let's go. Take go.
Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 2 yards on that run. That's going to bring up 4th and 6. Field goal team running out as the Chiefs will go for 3. This a 39-yarder. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
The Chiefs get lined up and they will kick this away. On the return, here's Irving. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready.
Irving on the inside give. Nice cut back to the right sideline. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. On 1st down, it's Brissett. Catch made by Bucky Irving. Gets it to the 15. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. This one leaked out to the right, but it hits the upright and bounces through. And the Cardinals tie things 10-10. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Bronco 80. Ready.
Now a give running right. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Ready.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And this is a nice gain. That stopped at the 47. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. Well, we didn't see either side separate through 3. It's all tied at 10 to begin the 4th. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
70. Ready.
Trying the right side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Let's go.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Back-to-back carries here. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Another carry for him. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
They give it to him again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And this is down across the 30 before it's stopped. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Let's go now.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
18 Cardinal. Let go.
Hand off to the back. Still has room inside the 15. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal.
Ready.
Here's the handoff. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
They give it to him up the middle. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. So the penalty takes some of that distance away. Things tightening up here for 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll run here following the penalty. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. They'll try him left side. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Chiefs jump in front late. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, did they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. On the return, here's Irving. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30.
Mustang 19. Go.
He'll look to throw it. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Okay, ready.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Ready.
Here he is to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Looking to throw it. Escapes the pocket. Sideline throw is incomplete. Should have been intercepted in all reality. Instead, fourth down coming up.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Ready.
Desperation time here on fourth. And it falls incomplete.
And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Well, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. They'll keep it on the ground. Hester. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this